I am Coach Michelle Kennedy, Master Life Coach and Chief Curator for Embrace You Training Solutions. And thank you again for coming to Come Let's Sit Down and Talk. So, for today, I have someone who is near and dear to my heart. If you have noticed the resemblance, it's because this is my son. This is Antonio Hall Jr., affectionately known as AJ, but also known to everybody in many as Man of God.
Oh, Lord. Right.
Like he is literally programmed in our phones as Man of God.
Right.
So, Antonio, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are.
Whew, where do I start? My name is Antonio Hall Jr., the one and only. I'm born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. I love to sing. I am a gospel artist, praise and worship leader. I go to Joy Temple of Jacksonville, where Bishop Q.S. Caldwell is my pastor. And I've been serving there as the worship leader as well as at Chosen Community. And I also write music. I have some music coming out, which we'll talk about that later on.
Yes,
I have a single out. So I've been doing music for since I was, 2?
Yeah.
I think I was walking around the house with my mic, with my comb.
The comb.
With the comb. Singing, I saw the light, I saw, yeah.
Yes, and he is not joking. He has literally been singing since he was 2. But even as a newborn, you hummed all the time. And people would be like, is he humming? I'd be like, he does it all the time. AJ is my second born. He's as they say. And he has always been a pleasure. He's always been a joy in my life. And if you all have been following the show, the song that comes on in the beginning, Undefeated, this is the artist who sings Undefeated. Like, I think that was one of my favorite off of his last EP. You put that out in what,
17.
17, yes. And so Antonio has been singing all of his life. He does have a new single that's going to be released on his birthday. How old you gonna be, son?
I'll be 26.
I look good to have a 26-year-old, don't I? All right, now.
And do.
And so we're gonna play that for you in a little bit, just to give you a snippet of it. It will be available on all digital media platforms that you'll be able to download it on June 14th. So Antonio, tell us a little bit about you.
I love the Lord. I love the Lord. I love worshiping. I love being in the presence of God. I love being vulnerable in His presence, because in His presence is where we find our healing, where we find our answer. So I'm a worshiper. As I'm driving in the car, I'm listening to gospel. I'm consistently talking to God consistently. I'm often reminded of the scripture, 2 Corinthians, if my people who's called by my name will humble thyself, seek my face, and turn from thy wicked ways, then I will heal the land. And that's pretty much what the single is entitled, Heal the Land. That's pretty much what my life is centered around, always trying to stay in the presence of the Lord, trying to stay in the presence of God.
Yeah, the presence of the Lord is a place we all should desire to dwell, because there is so much safety and refuge in the will of the Lord. So, Antonio, tell us about you growing up.
Growing up, I was the knee baby. I had the knee, as they would say, knee baby syndrome.
Definitely.
As I was growing up, I loved music. I was in band. I remember in high school, I was doing marching band, chorus, jazz band, any band. I was in it because I just wanted to sing. Anybody that gave me a mic, I took the first opportunity to sing. So growing up, I think I took music very seriously. music is my passion, is my life, it's my career. So when growing up, my life was centered around music.
Everything around music.
Like everything around music. Oh yeah, I started my first group at the age of 15,
Yes.
16.
Change Ministries.
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Yes.
And then I think I was the worship leader at Restoration at
13? 14.
I think it was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did my own, then after Change Ministries, I started a whole nother group. Then I started a whole nother group after that. Then I moved, started another group, and now I'm solo. So my days of starting groups are over.
Let's see. What was some of the name? Eclectic Worship. I think that was my favorite.
By the way, have a single called "Crying Out."
Yes.
I released that in 2015 up under Antonio Holland and Eclectic Worship. Y'all go get that as well. I had to plug that in.
Yes, it's on all digital media outlets.
All digital.
That was the first official singer. He's been writing songs all his life. Like I literally remember, he was like 8 years old, and this was when you had the dual cassette tapes, component sets, and at 8 or 9 years old, like he had the musical incline where he played music and sung on top of it. And we was trying to figure out, now, how did you get that to play like at 8 and 9? Like he really was always inclined for music. And he started singing on big platforms, big stages in 3rd and 4th and 5th grade. He was called to sing for like a really big school event here where it was like 3,500
at the Partis House.
At the Partis House, it was about 2,000 students, and I think he was like 8 or 9. And then they did an interview. Remember the interview was in the newspaper. I still have that newspaper with it. It was his first official interview, and they were so impressed because he knew how to talk and he knew what he was saying, and he was just telling the news people all the stuff about his life. But that has pretty much always been who Antonio was. And when I say he was a joy and a delight, like I didn't have a whole lot of problems with Antonio. And whenever we would ask him, be like, what y'all want for Christmas? He always wanted a sound system.
Right. Or a keyboard.
Or a keyboard.
Something with music.
He would be like, can I get a sound system? And he would end up with a karaoke machine. And then the next Christmas came, be like, what you want? He asked for a sound system, so he got a bigger karaoke
right,
machine.
Exactly.
Like, who's going to buy a child a sound system? Like, first off, who child asked for a sound system? Yes, and like our kids, they grew up in church, and it would be like, we send them to the room and say, y'all on punishment, go to your room. You know how your mom send you to your room? They got a whole church service going on in there.
Ah, right. A whole service.
So it didn't make sense for me to send them to their room on punishment because Antonio was going to preach. Chris was going to play the instruments, and then Victoria was going to be his amen corner.
And dance.
Yeah, so they would have a whole church service while they in there on punishment. So that wasn't really a punishment. And I was sharing with his cousin where he's always been like this clean dude. Like always. Even in elementary school, the baby would have on his uniform and some church shoes.
My black church shoes. Oh yes. My black church shoes.
His black church shoes. So when we said man of God, like this ain't just happened. He's always been man of God. Like, you know how you have the kids' pictures, like every year his pictures in a suit.
Right. And that red blazer, I wore that red blazer out. I think it was Head Start.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a red blazer, and that red blazer made lots of appearances.
Lots of appearances in church. At school,
everywhere. It made lots of appearances.
Right.
And so yeah, he's always been this really clean dude. And he has always been in music. So one of my brothers talked him into playing football when he was little.
My Uncle Sammy.
And so he played football and was real good. Like he running touchdowns, he tackling people like they had him playing everything. Like he was tackling people and everything. And then the next year came, it was like, AJ, you playing? I ain't playing no football.
I ain't playing no football. I'm singing.
And he never played football again. Even to this day, they be like, AJ, you know you was really good at football. But he has always been about music. Music has always been his life. As a mother, I always aim to give him space to just be him, to not try and force him to be what my idea of what he should be, but what he is made and created for. And I know that was music. When I say he's always and sung everything. If he wanted something to eat, that was a song.
And I have something to eat. If I needed a towel,
yes,
that was a song.
Always go take a shower and without a towel, and then he gonna sing a whole song to get somebody
to bring me a towel.
Just to bring him a towel. Man, I gotta sing a little something for
us. Let me see. Water is turned into wine. Open the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you. There's none like you. Oh, into the darkness you shine.
My God.
And out of the ashes we rise. No one like you. There's none like you. Oh. 'Cause our God is greater. Our God is stronger. Lord, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power, our God. Our God.
Ooh, thank you. Oily. Just oily. Thank you, man of God. Thank you, man of God. So tell me this, AJ. Being in the music industry, what have you found to be one of your greatest struggles?
One of my greatest struggles, I think, trying to fit in, trying to do what everybody else do. And I had to learn that people like authenticity. People want to see the real you. When you have the issue, like when you try to be someone else, someone can tell. So I think the struggle that I had was just being me, not trying to, of course you have your different role models and you have someone that you look up to, but to mock them and to be their sound, people can tell like it's fake. So I think it's not, I don't think it was a struggle. I just had to realize being in the industry, they love authenticity. So you have to be true and authentic to yourself.
Yeah, that's good. And that has probably been a struggle all your life, though, because you've always been different. You've never been that typical child. So how was that growing up, though, having to try and fit in?
Growing up, of course, I'm the middle child, so I felt like I was alone. I felt like, my parents were more concerned about my brother. You know, he's about to graduate, and then the baby. So that's something that I struggled with. And I think I grew out of it as I got older and as I started to find my niche, and my niche was music. So that's how I kind of cope with that, with feeling alone and feeling like nobody cares. So yeah.
And that does happen with middle children. Oftentimes they will be in a place that they feel that they're left alone a lot. Like the oldest child, he was the one that for some time just stayed in trouble. And then the baby, she was always pretty drummed out and always had something going on. And so, but you were such a mild child in that sometimes parents, the child that doesn't need the attention is the one who needs the attention. and because you were not hard to deal with, hard to cope with, hard to understand, you didn't require a lot of attention. So there are times that attention, you did lack that attention. But I've always appreciated the child that you've been because you've always been such a delight. Like you kept the house alive,
Right.
always lively, always the practical
Always
joker.
lit. Yes, the jokester, class clown.
Class clown. He got banned from the doctor's office when his sister was pregnant for playing a practical joke on the midwife.
Oh my God! Right.
So he got banned and couldn't come back to the hospital.
They banned me.
Yes, so he has always been a joy. So we're gonna get ready to introduce his song. What's the name of the song, Antonio?
Heal the land.
Heal the land.
Heal the land.
So we're gonna play probably about 45 seconds to a minute of Heal the Land, and yeah.
Now listen, this is the first time anybody is hearing it, so y'all got something special.
Exclusive.
I know that you're able. Oh, some trust in horses, some trust in chariots. But we shall believe the name of the Lord. If my people call by my name, seek my face, and turn from that way, then I will hear from heaven, heal the land. Yeah.
Now that's good.
That was wonderful. And what's so crazy, I actually, this was actually a secular song that I was working on. And I think I wrote it maybe about 2-3 years ago. And during the pandemic, the Lord, I was just humming, you know it, and I had forgot the words, and the Lord just gave me some words during the pandemic. So I just started singing, Jesus, I know that you're able. You're able to heal the sick. You're able to raise the dead. You're able to do anything but fail. So that's how this song was. It was birthed through the pandemic. And yeah, I was just in a place where I was seeking God for the next move, and He gave it to me. He gave me the sound that is going to be released June 14th. So yeah.
That's amazing. Like, yeah. And for us to get the exclusive
Before it's even released.
You heard it here. And so Antonio, as an artist, it requires you being able to do a lot of things, and like you do all of it. You do the organizing, you do the setting up, you do the management portion of it. So what do you accredit to your ability to being able to manage and do all the things that you do?
You. Of course. You know, my mom she's an entrepreneur. How many businesses do you have?
Ooh.
About 3 or 4.
At least
So
4.
I think growing up, watching her grind and watching her dedication and watching her strive to be the best at whatever it is, it really influenced me to go after whatever dream, whatever vision I have, and not to have fear. So I appreciate you for just setting that example to just go after it and say the sky's the limit. So I credit my mom. It all goes to her, to the one and only Miss Get You Together.
Look, because he been got together since he was a child. Get it together.
Get it together.
Yes. But you do an amazing job. And as a mother, I brought my children into whatever business I was doing when they.
Oh yeah, Divine Essentials, catering business. setup, breakdown,
Yes.
singer, band, whatever.
Yes, whatever it was I did, I brought them along with me. So I taught them the entrepreneurial spirit from little kids. And even now, when I do major events, I bring Man of God in. It's what even the staff call him as my project manager, because he's done enough events with me that he thinks like me. And I'm comfortable with saying, here's the plan. This is how I planned it, and I can give it to him. Because I love Excel spreadsheets, so you're gonna get a spreadsheet with everything laid out.
Right, everything laid out to the T.
To the T. And so he has that ability to take what I've planned out and make it come to life. And even down to my wedding. Remember the wedding?
I was the singer, the sound man, the decorator. I was everything, the wedding coordinator, whatever. But I literally was.
But he did an amazing job, though. He didn't panic because, of course, with every event, there always be some stuff going on. But he didn't panic. Even when I was panicking, he didn't panic. And he did an amazing job.
Oh, thank you.
Look, and there's this video that always comes up because me and him went back. He serenaded me when I was going down the aisle. And so we went back and forth up until like the night before the wedding on the song he was saying, because he wanted to sing You Are So Beautiful. I wanted the Jamie Foxx wedding song because he's been singing that at people's weddings.
I'm tired of it. It's a great song. Wonderful song. I'm just tired of singing it.
He's been singing that song at people's weddings since he was like 10 years old.
10. Yep. Invite Austin.
Yes, he has sung that at a lot of weddings. So I wanted that song because he does it so amazing. And then he was like, no, I'm saying You Are So Beautiful. So when he did his speech, he snuck in You Are So Beautiful. And that video comes up on Facebook on everybody's pages over and over again.
I think almost didn't y'all get married in October? You know it does the memories, so around October it brings it up.
Yep, and it comes up on a whole lot of people's pages because it was so beautiful. And I was good the whole while. I was like, I'm not crying my makeup off. I'm too cute. And that moment got me.
Right.
That moment got me.
It was something special.
It was. So, Antonio, tell the people how they can find you and how they'll be able to find your music.
Okay, so you can follow me on Facebook, Antonio Hall Jr. You can also follow me on Instagram, officially Antonio Hall Jr. I have a Snapchat, not really on Snapchat like that, but it's AJ_Hall 95. And my music will be available on all digital outlets. So iTunes, CD Baby, Google Play, Tito. I think TikTok. I was doing my distributions and I saw TikTok. I'm like, what? Okay, tick to the time.
Come on, TikTok.
So all digital outlets, it'll be available June 14th.
June 14th. And what else happened on June 14th?
It's my birth, Gemini season.
They special. Yeah. So, Antonio, it has really been a pleasure for you to come and join us. Thank you again for watching our show, and we'll see you next week. Same place, same channel. Thank you.
With Embrace You, I found a career.
At Embrace You, I found a family.
At Embrace You, I found me.
Are you the strong friend who's always giving advice? Are you the one always mentoring and coaching? Have you thought about being a certified life coach? Because here at Embrace You, we have room for you in our family.
I am Embrace You.
I am Embrace You.
I am Embrace You.
And you can be Embrace You.